O flower of Scotland, when will we see your like again? Who fought and died for o'er wee bit hill and glen, and stood against him, proud Edward's army, and sent him homeward to think again. Hey, what's happening, guys? Hold on a second. So Josh Taylor becomes the first undisputed world champion ever to come out of Britain. I mean, forget ever to come out of Scotland, ever to come out of the whole of the UK. I wasn't even going to make a post-fight review because I don't have my editing software handy at the moment, and I have to be up very early Sunday morning. I've got somewhere to be, so I'm just going to drop this quick one with a camera, have a few celebratory drinks, and yeah, man. What do I say? That was a great fight. I'm not going to lie, guys, I was pretty nervous because the fight was in Vegas. He was fighting a big name Mexican in Vegas, and yeah, we all know how that goes. When the fight started, I thought Josh Taylor was firmly in control. He was boxing Jose Ramirez behind the jab just like I hoped he would. He was backing up a little bit too much for my liking. I was hoping that Josh would hold him in the center of the ring, really get the jab going, and just keep Ramirez at long range, because when the two guys were at long range, it was a mismatch. Ramirez had nothing. The only chance that Ramirez had to really get anything going against Josh was in the pocket, basically, when backing him up. One of the things that Ramirez does all through his career, and he had some success in the early rounds too against Josh, was he'll back his opponent up to the ropes. He'll kind of just keep a tight guard, he'll maintain his construct, and he'll really whip in that left hook to the body. When I did my prediction for this fight, I compared Ramirez to Ricky Hatton. He kind of reminds me of Ricky Hatton, the way that he fights. A little bit better, a little bit more refined, a little bit more fundamental, but he's kind of similar to Ricky Hatton in some of the things that he does. And just the way that he sort of backs you up, he'll throw a little tippy tap to your guard. He'll keep you up on the ropes like this, wanting to cover up, and then bang, he'll really whip in that left hook to the body. Bang, he'll throw it around the back sometimes, and he caught Josh with a couple of those body shots. And the commentary from Andre Ward, Joe Tessitore, and Timothy Bradley, I believe it was, they were really, really trying to portray the narrative that Ramirez was winning. I think they gave Josh the first round, and then they gave Ramirez like the next 3 rounds. But I thought Josh was clearly winning those rounds. It was a few moments where he got backed onto the ropes and he got caught to the body, and being in Vegas against a Mexican, that was enough to get Ramirez the rounds. But yeah, man, I thought that Josh clearly won the fight. I mean, he scored 2 knockdowns. I think the first knockdown, if I remember rightly, it was either round 5 or round 6. I can't remember, but it was at the very start of the round, and Ramirez went right at Josh, and Ramirez made a big mistake by just walking straight forward, and Josh caught him bang on the chin with that straight left hand, and it sort of caught him here right in the jaw and turned his head round, and it was probably the most well placed punch of the fight. One of the most accurate punches of Josh's career. He just timed him on the way in beautifully, and that's why Ramirez really should have been moving his head. Ramirez should have been keeping the tight guard. He should have been moving his head on the way in, and then set up those big body shots with some feints. But it seemed to me like he got a little bit lazy and just wanted to walk right in there, because he was running out of ideas, because Josh was outboxing him on the outside. And yeah, he went on to score another knockdown a couple of rounds later. Josh basically got caught up in a clinch, and Ramirez, I don't know why, but he made a rookie mistake. He looked at his corner as if to say, I don't know what to do. So he looked over at Robert Garcia in the corner, and then Josh just went BAM and hit him with the left uppercut, and it snapped his head back. And man, That was a beautiful shot, and Ramirez hit the canvas hard. He tried to get up too fast, and he almost went down again. So, yeah, the damage had been done by that point. Ramirez completely ran out of ideas. The rest of the fight, he was swinging away like a caveman. He had no idea what he was doing. And, truth be told, he was pretty useless. So, yeah, clear win for Taylor. The judging, the scorecards for the fight really made me laugh. I think all three judges had the exact same, and this is funny because it was the three judges from Ramirez's last fight where he got a dubious, disputed decision against Victor Postal. I believe it was the same three judges, and they had the fight 114-112, so a 2-point lead for Josh Taylor. And if Josh Taylor never scored those 2 knockdowns, he would have lost the fight by unanimous decision. That's the point I'm trying to make. So thank God that he got those knockdowns, because there would have been a disgraceful robbery in Vegas had that not happened. So I know this is a bit of an unorganised video, but yeah, I'm very, very tired. I've been up since 7:30 this morning. I've been out working all day, and I'm absolutely shattered. And I got back very late to watch this fight, man. And yeah, I feel rough, I look rough, and I'm about to pass out. So, but yeah, man, that was a great performance. I thought Josh looked fantastic. Couple of things I don't like, and I think this is the Ben Davidson touch. There was moments in the fight where Josh he'd throw that little lazy right jab, it just like, and then he would drop his hands and just pose, and he would get caught with Ramirez's jab. He really needs to work on that if he's going to fight somebody like up at the higher divisions. If he's going to fight somebody like Crawford or one of these other dudes, it's going to be a problem. As for how he matches up against the other 140-pound fighters, I heard rumours that they're looking into fighting Jack Catterall next. Jack Catterall says that he will fight Josh in the Edinburgh Castle if they can make that fight. I'm actually going to Edinburgh tomorrow. I have some stuff out there I need to do, so that I might go up and see the castle tomorrow. Might take some pictures for you guys, but yeah. If they can make that fight, that's a good domestic fight, and that's the type of fight I want to see for Josh Taylor. I want to see him come home and fight some domestic guys. I want to see him fight the likes of Jack Catterall and Lewis Ritson and some of his domestic rivals, because one of the things that Josh is lacking, he's undisputed champion, right? He's on top of the world right now, but what he's lacking promotion. He's lacking a domestic rival to really drive those ticket sales up, and I think he can get that against the likes of Lewis Ritson and Jack Catterall, who I already mentioned. And who else? Who else was I thinking of? There was somebody else, but whatever. Either way, if he wants to stay at 140, those are the fights, in my opinion. But if he wants to move up in weight, then there's only one fight that we're all interested in, and that's Crawford. I think Josh Taylor beats Crawford. I've said that since... How long have I said that since? 2016? I've been saying since 2016 I think that Terence Crawford would probably get... I don't know if it's a foregone conclusion, but I think Josh Taylor will walk him down. I think he'd get inside. I think he'd rough him up. And I think it would be an easier fight than Ramirez. Ramirez does a lot of things better than Crawford. And I know that sounds crazy, but I think Ramirez is a lot more... he makes more mistakes than Crawford does, but he's a lot more naturally talented. I think he's very, very tough. I think Ramirez is more heavy-handed. He was very big for the weight. That's one thing that surprised me about the fight was Ramirez's physical strength and size. He actually was stronger than Josh in some of the clinches, but Josh was just the more... he was the more crafty of the two. He knew how to shorten his punches and really whip in those uppercuts. And yeah, man, that was a great performance from Josh, man. I don't really know what else to say. So, let me know what you guys think. Sorry for the shitty-ass quality of the video, but, I mean, what time is it? It's 4:25 a.m. as I record this. I'm knackered. And, I've been up since 7:30. But, yeah, Josh Taylor becomes the first undisputed world champion ever to come out of not only Scotland but the UK. So yeah, God bless you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Peace.